speaking with Mike Swift with Bell and Howell. And Mike, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Roger. Good to see you again.
Another year is under their belt.
Yeah, right. It sure is.
And here we go.
It's in the early innings of that.
Oh my gosh!
Another year, but
well, your company's got multi-channel messaging and digital color and all of these other factors that go into the business.
Yeah.
How does that impact you and your job?
Well, yeah, I think there's big changes going on in customer communications, Roger, as you know, and Bell and Howell has certainly played a legacy role in the hardware part of the industry, but there's an awful lot that we're also bringing to the table in our software technology.
Absolutely.
And specifically, when you talk about things like digital color, right, which is obviously a huge trend. You talk about the customer communications. It's obviously not just print anymore. Print is one of many forms, right? It's mobile, it's the Twitter blast, social media. People are getting communicated with and bombarded in a bunch of different ways. And it's very important to pull that all together. So what we're doing in those areas as a company is really playing throughout the process, right? We're in this world where things start in data, and in the data area, whether it's a transactional document or even direct mail, it's been getting more and more targeted for years, right? And we don't see that stopping, right? And
well, you've had a lot of hardware around for years. Now the software. We talk about software and the integration of that software into that line.
Exactly.
And that's going to have a major effect on you folks.
Oh, it does. And in terms of targeting, right? We've long been a player in, is the address accurate, right? Because if I'm a mailer, I want to reach the intended recipient. It's all about that. And Chris Lean from our organization, heavily involved. You'll probably hear from him later talking about that. But a lot of what we do in targeting really starts in data. But we then also are more and more with some of these trends, digital color, multi-channel messaging. That same data is really what ends up becoming the customer communication in all its various forms, right? It could be the traditional print document. It could be a PDF document that gets posted to the website or delivered through a mobile device. We're playing in those areas as well. And a lot of the software that we're doing, if I focus for a minute around the traditional document production process, we're really revolutionizing document production. Right.
Well, you talk, let's say, the print provider as an example, who wants to become now a part of the marketing services business and expand outwards from that small core. Right. That's a company that Bell and Howell can help them with.
Oh, it certainly is. And as a matter of fact, you're familiar with Dr. Joe Webb. He had written a book. Actually, I found out yesterday. I was fortunate. I had lunch with him.
Excellent.
And he wrote a book, Disrupting the Future, which, going back years ago, that basically talked about, as a printer, you really need to become a marketing service provider, right? And that's overused. That's been going on for years, and it's been happening. But I really think the organizations that are successful today are doing that, right? And they are managing, ROI on a marketing campaign. They're managing it. The communications in all the various forms, including print, but it's all the other electronic versions that are out there now. And we're helping those same customers in software to target better, to manage their document production. Every document getting out the door. We call it our another common term, automated document factory.
Right.
But it's really that production software managing the document factory to make sure that every communication gets out the door, and you're synchronizing it with the electronic communication, really to improve that customer experience, right?
Is that something that you see possibly in the future, going into personal communications? Going into that side of it?
Yeah, I think we're in it now, Roger, in the sense that, with all the targeting that's going on, the communications are very personalized.
Absolutely.
And, the print's personalized.
Well, we all use tablets and smartphones and all these apps and everything else that to go into making of that.
Exactly. But imagine a world with digital color where it's a highly creative piece. You're a golfer, let's say, and so it's hitting towards that spot, right? You get a Twitter blast. I'm not a huge Twitter guy myself, but let's say, maybe it's an SMS, it's a text, it's whatever electronic form that says, hey, Roger, this is in your mailbox tonight. Go and check it out. we're playing in that kind of technology. We're tracking, we're making the documents go out the door accurately or helping to facilitate that. And we're tracking even through the Postal Service here in the U.S. with their programs to do that. So,
well, it's got to be an exciting time for you.
It's very exciting, very exciting.
Never a dull moment, as they say.
It is never a dull moment, and I think in our our traditional equipment business, still a core part. I think that it's a very competitive market, and so it's not that we're still heavily involved in production hardware, be it whatever kind of finishing equipment, mail sortation to reduce postage costs, playing with upstream postage software. That's all part of this because. Cost, in addition to the whole multi-channel and digital color and managing that customer experience of communications, doing it in a high-quality manner at the lowest possible cost, still a very important part of the recipe, right?
Cost is and always will be to the printing industry.
It is, you're right.
Absolutely.
And it's no less competitive out there, right?
I appreciate you taking the time to stop by. Much success with your operation this year and Print 13 and as we go forward.
Yep.
Thanks
you too.
a lot.
Good to see you.
Excellent.
Thanks a lot.